Welcome back, everyone. This week marks 6 months since some of the most destructive and deadly wildfires in California history ripped through much of Los Angeles County. The devastation left behind was overwhelming. The loss of loved ones, of homes, memories, businesses, and livelihoods. Now, after some time has passed, residents trying to rebuild are facing a series of bumps in the road. Whether it's federal response, insurance claims, even health concerns from what the fires left behind in the air, soil, and water. In tonight's Prime Focus, our Kayna Whitworth goes back to Altadena to check on what life is like after the ashes.
This is our front door, this little corner piece right here.
I think it's this thick because I think they marked off the... So this is the front door.
6 months ago, the Taylor family home was incinerated during the Eaton fire.
Josie, can you picture your house?
Green room door. Over here, Mom and Dad's room. Roby's room. Then my room. Dresser.
Your dresser was right here?
Bed. My bed. That's about it.
Do you look at those mountains the same?
All I remember is Mom and Gianna opened the door and we could just see the flames.
It's the Eaton Canyon fire coming over the ridge to our house. What are we doing, Gianna?
We're just getting stuff ready to evacuate for like smoke and stuff. If you look through like that tree, there's the fire, the smoke, all that. It's pretty bad.
This is an absolute firestorm. Everything is on fire down here.
Over 100,000 residents remain under evacuation orders in the Palisades. Eaton, Hearst, Kenneth, and Lydia fires.
Fierce winds have turned wildfires into infernos.
There are almost no words to describe the devastation in Los Angeles County.
How many eggs should we do? 8. Wait, we'll do 6. I think 6 will be good.
Do you have an eggs?
14 miles away from where their home once stood, Stefan and Ariane Taylor try to maintain some normalcy for their 3 children.
I think had they lost their school, lost their home, and then had to start over in a brand new community with friends, that could have really been the straw that broke their back.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And in these moments, they saw the devastation for the first time. Their home, nothing but rubble and ash.
I'm so sorry, Gianna. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my babies.
6 months later, after the ashes, the pain is still raw, but even stronger is the ache for home.
The houses behind us did burn and the houses up there are gone.
Do you guys think about the fact that you are surrounded by homes right now that did not burn down?
No. I am just incredibly homesick. Josie, you have your lunch?
Each day in the midst of uncertainty, finding routine is essential. Today, the family wakes up early to get 7-year-old Josie, 12-year-old Gianna, and 14-year-old Stefan to their summer activities.
I like where we're living. The only thing I don't like is being in the car for a long time.
The Taylors are living in their 3rd temporary home, and hunting for a permanent one has become a feat on its own.
It's daunting.
The LA wildfires claimed at least 30 lives, torched nearly 50,000 acres, and destroyed more than 16,000 structures. That amount of devastation had an immediate and lasting impact on the entire region's already difficult housing market.
This home already has 10 applications, and it's been contacted 67 times. We're number 68.
And a report by the Rent Brigade cited that there are over 5,000 rental listings with likely unlawful price increases that had been identified on Zillow alone.
LA is an incredibly expensive place to live, as it is. And so when you add all these other people who are now in the rental market that maybe weren't before, you're going to have a pretty significant impact.
Last month, the LA County Board of Supervisors approved a motion to extend housing price gouging protections, but that expires on July 31st.
So that was sort of the one thing you took?
Yeah.
Since the fire, the Taylors have paid out of pocket for their housing.
The cost of housing is astronomical. I mean, we were paying 3.5 times what we were renting before. FEMA is supposed to be there. I have spent hours and hours on the phone with them.
In terms of damage, the LA wildfires cost upwards of $164 billion in total property and capital losses.
What was the promise from FEMA specifically?
Temporary shelter reimbursement, rental assistance, just kind of filling the gaps. When I call, they say, you need to upload more documents. I've given them everything that they need.
Government agencies like FEMA have had their funding slashed by DOGE, formerly run by Elon Musk. $646 million as part of what the administration said was rooting out waste and fraud, now staffed by just roughly 1/3 of the agency's full-time workforce. ABC News reached out to FEMA, and in a statement, a spokesperson told us in part that over 500 FEMA responders deployed to LA County to deliver expedited aid to more than 30,000 households. To date, over $3 billion has been made available for individuals and families. And the Taylors aren't alone. Makai Ward, a third-generation resident of her Altadena home, faces her own battle.
Right here is my home, my grandparents' home, and then right here are my lovely neighbor's home. But these are the only two houses standing. Everything around us is completely abandoned. We are going to be entering through our kitchen entrance. They did recently paint.
Living in the house her grandparents once lived in,
It's a very old school house.
Makai isn't on their home insurance.
Right when insurance let me know that because I wasn't listed in my grandmother's trust, FEMA would then kind of be the next resource after. But then I was denied by FEMA. This is kind of all burnt up. Had grapes. They tell us your property's still standing, so there's nothing that we can do. We can't test any soil. We can't remove anything, any debris from your lot. Now all of this was in the living room.
On the surface, she's one of the lucky ones. But as she peels back the layers, there's a difficult reality.
Our old dining room.
Potential dangers like air pollutants, water quality, and lead and other toxic materials in the soil. Insurance companies have long been pulling out of California or limiting plans due to increased wildfire risks, plus difficulties sustaining profits. California offers a bare-bones insurance coverage plan dubbed the FAIR Plan. It was designed as a temporary safety net until policyholders could find a more permanent option. And despite the high premiums and basic coverage, the FAIR Plan has become a default for many. So far, the Los Angeles wildfires reached an estimated $75 billion in insured losses. On the front lines of it all, the California Department of Insurance regulating the rapidly changing industry.
But if insurance companies want to do business in California, they need to be writing in some of the higher risk areas.
Makai, searching for purpose in the weeks after the tragedy, teamed up with 3 other Altadena residents to create the Altadena Recovery Team. It's a charity-driven community organization that has delivered over 20,000 disaster relief kits to affected families.
Just being able to feel empowered and show up for our community has just given me a sense of hope. Altadena is not for sale.
You let me have the shelter.
I said, okay, we're going to say goodbye to the house. So I wanted the kids to write a letter and something that they wanted to keep here and not bring with them.
It's going to be a long haul. Families like ours, and I think the community at large, are up for that.
You're making good on the promise that Altadena is not for sale.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
6 painstaking months after losing so much, hope is the one thing that's still free.
We had saved and saved and saved with the intention of buying, and now we are spending on renting. But I do feel optimistic that do we buy somebody's house and make it our forever home? I want to have a home that the kids can bring grandkids to, and I want it to be in Altadena. I need it to be in Altadena.
Such a connection to that community. Our thanks to Kayna Whitworth.